1. Don't underestimate how hot and spicy the food can be. As a child, I didn't really like spicy foods, but I grew to love them when I realized I was missing out on so much flavor and complexity in food when I skip out on hot and spicy dishes. Naturally, I thought I could handle the spice levels in Thailand because I thought I had grown my spice tolerance, but I was so wrong. Tom Yum, Som Tam, and their curries are really spicy by default, but the spice levels also vary depending on the restaurant or eatery. Just ask the waiter or vendor to be sure. My teammates shared that even this ground pork with basil, which looks innocent at first, is quite spicy. For us Filipinos, it looks like minudong giniling, but it's very spicy. The good news is, because Thais are used to tourists, they usually adjust the spice level. Many of them will ask first how spicy you want it. You can say mild, but remember, usually mild is still very spicy. Their spicy sometimes feels like a death sentence, especially if you haven't built up your spice tolerance. This shouldn't be a problem if you come from a country that uses a lot of chilies in your cuisine, but if you really can't handle spicy food, you can request no spice at all in most eateries and restaurants. But in market stalls, they can't change it anymore because it's already cooked. Just ask what dish they can suggest that is not spicy. Either that or just make sure you have some milk or an iced drink to chase the spice as it burns down your throat. Now, there are more nuances about traveling around Thailand that you need to note that goes beyond the spice levels of their food. Traveling to a different country always comes with excitement and a little bit of anxiety about a completely different set of rules, norms, and customs that you know virtually nothing about as a foreigner. As a team, we've definitely made a few mistakes of our own when traveling to Thailand, and we'll discuss a few of them in this video, coming straight from our own experiences, so you'll know what to avoid during your next visit. Hey there, Poor Traveler! I'm Hannah from Worth It Wonders, and my teammates and I have been traveling with Vince and Yosh from the Poor Traveler for the past 15 years. We always upload informative travel videos on our channel, so if you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, you can show your support by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon beside it. Select all too, so you're always the first to know when we have new episodes. By the way, this video will be in English. If you're looking for a Tagalog version, visit our main channel called The Poor Traveler here on YouTube. Alright, here's the next mistake you should avoid when traveling around Thailand. Number 2, don't stay in an area that doesn't fit your priorities during your trip. Bangkok has many districts ideal for tourists, but they are not all the same. Each district has its own character, has its own pros, and has its own cons. The perfect example is Khao San Road in Bang Lampu district. It's very popular with backpackers because of the number of cheap hostels and party places. But as we've shared in a previous video, this is not for families, especially if you're traveling with kids. Depending on your location, it can be noisy and not very accessible since it's far from any BTS or MRT stations. It's the opposite of Siam area near Siam Square. It's very family-friendly with malls and easy access to BTS stations. It's central, busy during the day, but not chaotic at night. So is Siam area okay for families? Yes, of course. But if you're after nightlife, especially if you're young, Silom is much better. Silom is Bangkok's business district. Serious during the day and wild at night. It has many clubs and bars, and it's the center for LGBTQIA+ nightlife. If you're still looking for a hotel, get big savings and book your hotels on Agoda. Just visit www.thepoortraveler.net/Agoda to automatically redeem up to 100 USD discount or 5,900 pesos based on the current exchange rate. That's actually 8 to 10% off, capped at 100 USD. You can use these codes up to 5 times. You can also use our promo code AGODATPT. If you have the Agoda mobile app, enter AGODATPT, all caps on the deals page. Then select the hotel and room as usual, and then upon checkout, enter AGODATPT again to apply the code. Yes, you need to enter the code twice, once on the deals page and then another time upon checkout. Number 3, don't show disrespect toward the Thai royal family. All around Thailand, especially in Bangkok, you'll find portraits of the king and the royal family in public spaces. The locals have huge respect for the royal family. You should not laugh, mock, or insult them, especially in public. In fact, it's illegal. According to Section 112 of the Thai Criminal Code, whoever defames, insults, or threatens the king, the queen, the heir apparent, or the regent shall be punished with imprisonment of 3 to 15 years. It's definitely a serious offense in Thailand, so be mindful of what you say about the royal family. Additionally, with the passing of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, last October 24, 2025, the Royal Thai government declared a 90-day mourning period for the public to honor her life and legacy. While there were a few cancelled festivities a few weeks right after the Queen's passing, the Thai government has not made an official ban on events or festivities in general, especially knowing that these are often planned months in advance. While the 90-day period of official mourning has already passed as of the recording of this video, it's just good sense to be respectful when visiting temples, royal sites, or government premises, which I'll discuss next. Number 4. Don't wear inappropriate clothing to religious sites. Many key attractions in Bangkok are religious sites like Grand Palace, Temple of the Emerald Buddha, Wat Po, and Wat Arun. These places require respectful attire. Grand Palace in particular is very strict. Shorts, sleeveless shirts, fitted clothes, short skirts, ripped jeans, see-through tops, and slippers are not allowed. Your knees, shoulders, and heels must be covered. If you're wearing the wrong clothes, you'll be forced to buy something to wear. Don't be like Yash. Despite multiple reminders to himself about not wearing shorts on the day they were supposed to go to the Grand Palace, he ended up sporting a pair of off-white shorts that matched perfectly with his top but was immediately flagged at the entrance. This is how we know that pants sold nearby are about 200 baht. Some vendors sell cheaper, but ultimately being prepared and wearing appropriate outfits from the get-go will save you from spending beyond the 500 baht entrance fee. Number 5. Don't trust unofficial information about temples. Since we're on the topic of temples anyway, take note that there will be people who will tell you that the temple is closed or that a temple is closed. Be mindful that this is a typical modus operandi of scammers. Here's how they fool you. They approach you near the gate and say that the temple is closed due to a holiday. They will often introduce themselves as teachers or tour guides. Of course, this will make you wonder, especially because you're seeing people entering the gates right in front of your eyes. If you point this out to them, they'll claim locals can enter but tourists cannot. But here's the catch. They'll quote-unquote help you by calling a tuktuk driver who takes you to another place and then to a souvenir or jewelry store with steep prices. This scam still exists today. Personally, no one on the team has fallen victim to this, but we have friends that have shared how they were masterfully convinced by these daylight robbers. Usually, one dead giveaway is how much the tuk-tuk driver will overcharge you. And speaking of tuk-tuks, don't be fooled by tuk-tuk and taxi scams. Tuk-tuks are iconic in Bangkok, and you'll find these motorized rickshaws scattered all over Bangkok's map. While there are, of course, lots of honest drivers, on occasion, you may encounter a driver who will try to overcharge you. The key is to negotiate and agree on the price before riding the tuk-tuk. Don't hop on without ensuring a fair price for your specific journey. If unsure, use Grab to check rates, or honestly, better yet, just book a Grab instead. Take note that even taxis sometimes refuse to turn on their meters and overcharge a fixed price, especially near tourist areas. If you're not keen on walking or using public transportation, especially when it's raining or just too hot to handle outside, your best bet would be to use Grab. Take note that Thailand also has moto taxis similar to Angkas, Move It, or Joyride here in the Philippines. You'll occasionally encounter riders that don't automatically offer you a helmet, but know that if you ask, there's a 90% chance that they have one tucked under their seat. Number 7. Don't fall for ping pong show scams. If you're thinking about table tennis, well, this is not it. Ping pong shows in Bangkok are a bit different. Believe it or not, no one on the team has seen such shows, but to give you an idea, it's usually performed in strip clubs. That's the farthest I can go at this point, but if you want more information, just search about it on Google or check out National Geographic's Scam City documentary special on YouTube. Anyway, this is one of the chronic and widespread scams in Bangkok, specifically in red light districts such as the infamous Pong. You'll see posters along busy strips that lure tourists with free ping pong shows offered on the condition that you buy drinks. Be warned that if you take them up on their offer, you will probably be paying for the most expensive beer or cocktail of your life. If you want safe nightlife fun, you'll find many safe and reputable operators and guides online. Book the one that suits your preference. Here's one with good reviews from Agoda. Although it's a little pricey, you can get a good discount by using our promo code AATPT for 5% off with a maximum $30 discount. Just enter AATPT, must be all caps, in the deals page and the pawn checkout. Number 8. Don't get confused by Thai currency. Sometimes we fall victim to unpleasant experiences that have more to do with our own carelessness than with an outsider's desire to fool us. This could be the case when it comes to Thai currency, specifically their banknotes. I'd say that conversion from peso to baht is quite easy since as of writing 1 baht is equivalent to 1.9 pesos, give or take a few centavos. To make it easier on myself, anything above 1.5 and below 2 is rounded up to 2. Everyone has their own mental gymnastics to make conversions easier, but our team finds that it's actually the banknotes themselves that may spark some confusion. They look very similar to each other, and the 100 baht and 1000 baht bills in particular are very close in color. If you're not used to using these bills, especially as tourists, it's easy to confuse the two, which leads to an uncomfortable process of refunds or underpaying when shopping, depending on what you happen to draw from your wallet at the time. One way to go about this is to put the 500 and 1000 baht bills in a different compartment in your wallet so you don't get confused. You may also see banknotes with the face of the current king and the previous king, but don't worry because both are considered legal tender. Number 9. Don't be shy to haggle at some shops, but know your limits. Bangkok is a shopper's paradise. You're never far off from finding a good deal for quality items, especially if you know where to look. Here are some popular shopping areas in Bangkok. Pratunam, with streets packed with stores and boutiques to catch your eye. But if you're one to prefer a bit of air conditioning, especially with Bangkok's hot weather, you can also check out malls like Platinum Fashion Mall and Palladium. Many of the prices displayed here are not final. Most of the shopkeepers expect tourists to haggle, especially if they are buying in bulk. If you're in a group, this gives you an edge as it allows you to buy multiple items at the same time from a single shop. The same goes for Chatuchak Market and Union Mall. As a girlie who grew up watching my mom haggle in Divisoria and 168, I know the feeling of pure joy when you're able to get an item at a sweet discount. But always be reasonable with your bargain prices so it's a win-win for you and the shopkeepers. Number 10. Don't skip out on tax refunds. Did you know that you can also get tax refunds in Thailand? If you reach the minimum amount of 2,000 baht per person in the same store in the same day, you can get a VAT refund if the said store is participating in the program. One way to find out is to watch out for stores with a sign that says VAT refund for tourists. Here's how to maximize this cashback opportunity. Step 1. Tell the cashier you want a tax refund and present your passport. Make sure you have your passport when shopping. Fill out the tax refund form. It's usually a yellow form, and this is usually available from a separate counter with its own queue. But take note that some stores do have cashiers that give you the form while you're paying, so it really depends on the store. There may be even some stores who fill it out for you, and all you will need to do is sign. So do not lose this form. Step 3. At the airport, before checking in bags, go to the customs counter for stamping if purchases exceed 20,000 baht. Here, present your passport and tax refund forms which they will stamp. Take note that they may occasionally perform a check of the items before they stamp the form, which is why it's important that you don't proceed to check in yet. However, if your items are less than 20,000 baht in total, you can just go ahead and proceed with immigration. Step 4, after immigration, go to the tax refund counter to claim your cash. You'll be asked to present your passport and your tax form again. The cash they will give you will be in Thai baht. You can actually check this table from the Thai Revenue Department for an estimate of the cashback you may receive. Take note that there will be instances where the line is long at VAT refund counters, so make sure to consider this in the time you'll allot for pre-departure if you're serious about claiming your VAT refund. Well, that's it. Which of these mistakes have you committed before? And is there anything you want to add to this list? If you don't want to miss that, you know the drill. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.